Welcome to Prime Cyber Insights. I am Aaron Cole, and today we are looking at a series of events that, well, they prove even the most aggressive state-level defensive measures can backfire pretty spectacularly. We are starting with Iran's massive 200-hour internet blackout.
Yeah, and I'm Lauren Mitchell. It's a really fascinating case study, Aaron. I mean, while the Iranian government intended the shutdown to quell protests, they actually, inadvertently created what we call a signal-to-noise windfall for Western intelligence agencies. By cutting off 98% of the country's traffic, they essentially highlighted every single government beacon and offensive threat actor still operating on the remaining 2%.
Right. Exactly, Lauren. When you strip away all that civilian noise, the digital fingerprints of the IRGC and other state actors become incredibly clear. U.S. and Israeli intelligence have likely spent the last week mapping these exact paths. It's a strategic mistake that will have long-term implications for how we track Iranian cyber operations.
Total surveillance should sound weighty. And while that state-level drama was unfolding, a more surgical attack was hitting high-profile targets across the Middle East. We're seeing a highly targeted phishing campaign using WhatsApp to compromise Gmail accounts and hijack mobile devices. It's not just about credentials. It's about total surveillance. You know, stealing location data, audio, and even camera snapshots.
I mean, that's a critical point, Lauren. The use of QR codes to link a victim's WhatsApp account to an attacker-controlled device is a particularly nasty social engineering trick. I mean, it bypasses many traditional defenses because the user thinks they are simply joining a virtual meeting. We've seen academics, journalists, and even a Lebanese cabinet minister fall victim to this.
It really highlights that no matter how much we talk about zero trust, the human element remains the most vulnerable entry point. But speaking of technical vulnerabilities, Aaron, we need to address the escalating threats to industrial environments, specifically the exploitation of critical flaws in Fortinet's FortiSIEM.
The FortiSIEM situation is urgent. We're seeing active exploitation of critical vulnerabilities that allow for unauthenticated remote code execution. For an industrial environment where FortiSIEM is often the eyes of the security operation, having that tool compromised is, well, it's like a security guard being blinded while the keys are stolen.
And we are seeing a broader trend here, right? Intrusions against industrial control systems are escalating. Whether it's the Polish power grid or these Fortinet exploits, the target is increasingly the infrastructure that keeps society running. It shifts the risk from simple data loss to actual physical disruption.
The takeaway for our listeners is twofold. First, national-level digital events like the Iranian blackout provide rare intelligence opportunities that we must capitalize on. Second, for the private sector, patching edge-of-network tools like FortiSIEM isn't optional anymore. It's the front line of defense.
Well said, Aaron. As these threats move from the digital realm into physical infrastructure, resilience becomes a matter of public safety. I'm Lauren Mitchell. Thanks for joining us.
And I am Aaron Cole. This has been Prime Cyber Insights. Stay secure. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.